Hangover came out in 2009, and we're here to review 14 years later with Bradley Cooper, with Zach Galifianakis. That was actually a pretty decent pronunciation. I'm pretty sure it's something along those lines. Ed Helms, Todd Phillips, Justin Bradford, Ken Jeong, Heather Graham, Mike Tyson even in this bad boy, and a few other people. But yeah, that's basically, we've got a stag do in Vegas. Stag do in Vegas, that's pretty much the whole premise of this movie, but I don't think anyone could ever live up to the heights of this for an epic stag do. But we kick off the movie like 3/4 of the way through the movie, if that makes sense, with Phil phoning Doug's to-be wife, basically saying that we lost Doug, things are not going to plan. And then basically we see how that happens. They end up getting to Vegas, and Doug's father-in-law to be's, Mercedes, gives it to him. Alan, who's his son, basically is forced to go on this. Well, I say forced, he's forced into the plan. No one wants him to go. Everyone thinks he's retarded. He just has ADHD, but in my opinion, this is more than ADHD. You can be over hyper and blah 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 blah, but this guy doesn't have an IQ to save a dead duck. The guy is Mongo, and I feel like it's a really well done movie. After a mad night, basically what happens is Big Alan drugs them. We don't find that out towards the end, but he drugs them, and then they wake up in the apartment. We've got Phil, Alan, and Stu that wake up in the apartment, and Doug is nowhere to be seen. But they think, right, we'll eventually find him. And there's a tiger in the room. We also see a baby be left behind by this blonde. But the way it's done, this blonde leaving this baby behind, it almost feels like she's like a villain. But I know it's a comedy, you still have villains, but it almost feels like, oh fuck, she's going to be a major part. Turns out Stu ended up getting married to her, but it almost did it in a way that she was like fucking evil. I don't know if that was intriguing, but see when they go outside and then they see how the hell did his mattress get up there? It's like on top of the, what is this? Is this the MGM Grand Hotel? I think it is. I almost thought at that point, fuck, did they check the roof for him? But they don't. They steal a police car, because of course they took a police car, and they head over to the wedding receptionist guy. This is a really funny scene here. They basically get all the information for the Haver, and as they're leaving, this crew shows up. The Triads show up. Mr. Chow's crew show up. They end up shooting the wedding guy, and then we get this chase where they manage to get out. They go to Haver's, Graham's character's Jade's house, and it turns out she got married to Stu, and Stu can't believe it. But his to-be wife, man, Melissa, what a cunt. Plays the cunt role very well. Feminist Nazi bastard with the specs to a very good degree. But they managed to piece the night together a bit more. And then as they go back to their hotel room, they think they're out of options. Mike Tyson shows up and decks Alan. This was a beautiful scene, man. Mike Tyson with a knockout blow to this wee autistic bastard. Sign me up every day of the week. Sparks him clean out, man. Really well done. Phil and Stu can't believe it. It's funny as fuck. He says, "You gotta get that tiger back to my apartment, or my house." And then this whole task getting them back to the house, and if they get them back to the house, they'll show them some security footage to see what happened. It's funny because the tiger wakes up, they crash the car, all this. They manage to get the tiger back. Tyson then shows them the security footage. Doug was still with them when they took the tiger into the police car, and as they took the tiger into the police car, Phil's behind it, which pretending to fuck it. And he's like, such a majestic creature. And then as he says that of course that bit comes on, which was rather funny. Then we get the showdown with Mr. Chow. He shows up, basically says that he's got their friend Doug. The meet is set for out in the desert. They go out to the desert, they get his money. I think it was 80 grand. They win it in the poker, which was funny. And then as they make the trade, they take off the blindfold. It's the wrong Doug. It is Doug, but it's Black Doug. And it turns out this is the guy who Alan bought the drugs from. And I've not actually watched the first. I've seen a few things of the third one. But apparently this is the whole setup for it, which to me just seems very fucking stupid. It's got nothing to do with Hangover. So how's it the Hangover Part 3? Guess what else could you fucking call it But yeah, not good for these. And also the introduction scene for Mr. Chow was funny when he battered all three of them. And then that's when we get the phone call to Melissa that they've got no chance. But then they put it together, holy shit, he's on the roof. We didn't check the roof. Then check the roof, there's Doug, he gets married, and at the end of the movie they check the camera for all the photos of went down on the stag night. Pretty insane. Mr. Chow, Mike Tyson's house, man. It was all very good and very well done, this movie. It's like a great comedy of a stag do. You know, I don't know, I feel like at times that Alan guy was infuriating. But anyway, guys, I'll give this movie a 7.5 out of 10 and leave your thoughts down below.